To another Empires and Puzzles Books weekly raid tournament sneak peek preview video. Each week on either Friday or Saturday, I'll share the details of the upcoming raid tournament that's going to be arriving on Sunday. I will also discuss the details of the team and strategy that I'll use for my tournament defense. I will also share the defense team that took first place the last time this event was played. This week we'll be facing a 5-star rush tournament without any fire heroes. This is a 5-star event, so all heroes and troops are available except for fire. If possible, 5-star heroes and 4-star troops would be advised. As this event is a rush attack tournament, that means all mana speeds are set to very fast. This is an ideal time to seriously consider our very slow, and average mana speed heroes, as they will come to life in a huge way. It also means that any hero on a fence with a level 11 mana troop will be at full mana in just 6 tiles. So if you don't have mana troops to 11, I'd work on doing that if you can. There are currently 147 5-stars available in the game, and 85 of them are very slow, or average speed. That's well over half of all 5-stars. Even if we drop out the 17 that are fire, that still leaves 68 heroes to consider. That's a huge amount of heroes, so I'm not going to get into details of all 68 of them. That said, I'll do a deep dive on some of the more relevant nature heroes, as that is who we are most likely going to see as tanks and flanks, since there are no fires to attack them. I will also talk a bit about the types of heroes that you may want to consider for your defense team. Let's talk about tanks. Since there are no fire heroes this week, nature would be strongest for the tank options. That said, it's not going to be any surprise to see a bunch of Tellurias running around. She is still one of the strongest tanks in the game. Heimdall is also a Season 3 Valhalla hero that can pull off tank quite well, and his ability to overclock health can be extremely beneficial in any event, but with this very fast rush tournament, that'll be exceptional. Missing here, because I don't have the hero, is Yunin, who is from the Sand Empire, and that hero would also be a formidable tank for this week. And if you happen to have Bertilla, the hero of the month for January right now, she would definitely be able to pull off tank for this event, and her slow speed being sped up to very fast would make her somebody formidable to go against as well. Mother North, although I would not normally consider her as a tank, there's no denying her numbers and the fact that she can pull off tanking. I just don't normally have a hero like her in that spot, but we did see her in the top 5 last time on at least one team. So she is also a possibility. The queen tank of rush tournaments is Alfreak. She is a truly violent hero. Her special even sounds violent. She is only tamed by having very slow mana, and this week those chains are off. So when she is unleashed with a rush tournament, she is a beast. So even though there are holy heroes running around this week that can be strong against her, she is still going to be an intense tank to face. No one is going to blame you if you load the game, see an Alfreak tank, and just hit the flee button. She is tough. Now, that said, if you do see her and you're going to go in and fight, what are your options? I would suggest bringing your own Alfreak if you have her, and try to make your Alfreak get the full mana before their Alfreak, and hopefully you can put the mindless attack on her. In that same vein, if you have Zoc, he also puts his own mindless attack, and you can focus that right on Alfreak, and that might be beneficial. If you have Lord Loki, you can use him to steal her special and fire it right back. Hopefully it would hit her again. And as a last resort, maybe Lady Loki. If you get hit with Alfreak's mindless attack, you can cleanse it and send it back to the opposing team. Either way, if you're facing Alfreak, make sure you bring a cleanser so you can get rid of those mindless attacks. Rush events are also great places to think about some of those support heroes. They really shine when they're moved up to very fast speed. So if you have a Jir, Black Knight, Mickey, Anari, Zulog, and not pictured here because I don't have them, are Guardian Gazelle and Guinevere. They are all fantastic options for this week that might be able to assist your team both on offense and defense. again, very fast changes the whole makeup of these heroes and how they're going to interact with your team. So if you have them, I would consider adding those to your teams for this week. Healers are very important in a rush attack tournament. Some of the most popular heroes we're going to see this week are going to be Albie and Mother North. Their ability to heal and resurrect is a very powerful tool in these types of events, so we'll see them, including Hemdall. Missing here is Lady of the Lake. She is a fantastic hero, and those minions of hers and the ability for them to take away the mana that you've generated will help slow down a rush attack. So if you have Lady of the Lake, she may be very crucial for this week's event. And Tarlak is great for boosting attack and for healing. I think some of these other ones might be a bit stronger than he is. I would also consider from the other elements any healer that is slow or even average, because they're going to be sped up for this event and they're going to be much more impactful than they even are under normal conditions. Other things to consider in a rush attack would be counterattack. So if you have Sif from Season 3, she might be worth considering. Again, I have a blank spot here for Boss Wolf, but he also counterattacks, and he's an incredibly strong hero in a rush event. So those two might be worth considering. Another hero that really shines in a rush attack is Anatel. Her ability to steal generated mana increases so rapidly when she's on a rush event, and she's stealing the enemy's mana that they're gaining at rush speed. She is just a phenomenal rush attack hero. If you have Anatel, you're going to want to be using her for this event, either on offense or defense. Likewise, Lady of the Lake is also annoying with her crippling ability to have her minions take away mana. So whatever you can do to control mana this week will be helpful. I would also recommend considering any slow or average speed heroes that deal big blows to all 5 attackers. Heroes worth looking at that I've not already mentioned would be Adamus, Grimble, especially if you're facing Taloria, who's pulling up all kinds of minions. Killhair is always beastly. Quintus, with or without the costume, is going to be huge in this event if you have them. And then Ursina is also somebody who is, never fun to go against. Other slow and average heroes that do damage to all that you might want to consider, and I don't have them pictured here because I don't have them, is Scatty and Snow White and Guardian Owl, and then Sir Roosterly and Neath. If you are free-to-play or cheap-to-play players that might be relying more on Season 1 5-stars hero, there are some great heroes that are going to really come alive in a rush attack. Seriously consider these heroes in addition to other Season 1 heroes that were not already mentioned. You have Asarnia, Justice, Vivica, Horgel. These are all fantastic heroes when we're set to very fast with the rush speed event. All right, taking a look at the winning team from the last time we had this event. They had a team power of 45-34, and they featured the 3 heroes you're seeing here in this order, but in between them, in left flank was Lady Locke, and in right flank was Lady of the Lake. So to me, this is kind of a bizarre team because the tank and everything to the right were all healers. Now, Marie-Therese does do some damage. Lady Locke only does damage over time. And then Finley, we know, is beastly. But this seemed to be a pretty light-hitting team. But the No to Dying, they took first place the last time out. Just not exactly an arrangement that I would have considered for this particular event. If you have a different vantage point on that, I'd love to hear your perspective on why you think this particular team might have done very well in this event. All right, so this is the team that I'm planning on running for my defense, unless somebody's going to change my mind out there. Although Nature would be the strongest tanks for this week, I'm going to go with Alfreak, just because she is such a beast in a rushed event. I will be backing her up on flank with Ursina and a second Alfreak. Logic being that I assume the enemy is going to look to stack Holy against this, and Ursina really punishes somebody if they can't take her out right away with a Holy team. In the event that they do take any of these 3 horrible heroes out, I have Mother North and Albie on the wings to resurrect them and bring them back and to keep them healing. So let me know what you think of this team. How would you face this? I assume they're going to come in with some ailment removers to get rid of the mindless attack, but the damage from Alfreak will already be done and the reduction in health will also be done. So we'll see how this pans out. So what are you running this week? Feel free to post it in the comments below so myself and other YouTube viewers can comment on your proposed setup. And remember, for this week's tournament, I hope your defenses are sturdy, attack strong, and tiles fortunate. Thanks for watching.